It is a Tuesday morning. Nothing about it is special yet. You wake up slowly. You reach across the bed for your phone. The screen lights up. Everything you own has turned red. You did not touch a single thing. You were asleep the whole time. But somewhere out in the dark, while you slept, a number moved. Somebody, somewhere, sold something cheap. This is what actually happens to your money in a market crash. Watch it carefully. Your money makes 4 stops on the way down. 4 doors, one after another. Each door answers one question. The last door is the strange one. Stop 1 is the door everybody knocks on first. The news says money was wiped out, like juice spilled across a kitchen table. But wiping needs a cloth. A cloth needs a hand to hold it. So where is the hand? Nobody can ever point at it. Here is the first strange thing. Nobody burned any money that night. Not one single note went up in smoke anywhere on earth. Not one coin left a single pocket. Every note stayed exactly where it was.
Your bank did not lose your notes. The vault door never even opened. Your notes slept in the dark, exactly where you left them. In early 2020, the whole market fell by a third. It took about a month. 1 month. That is all the time it took. And the shops still opened in the morning. The lights came on as usual. The trucks still drove down the street. The bread was still bread. Children still walked to school past the very same window. Nothing on any shelf had changed at all. Not one box, not one loaf. So nothing was wiped out. Only the price tag moved. So that big, scary number was never money at all. It was never a pile of money sitting somewhere, waiting. It was only the last price one stranger agreed to pay another stranger, which opens a much bigger door. The real question is still standing there. If nothing vanished at all, then who actually got poorer that night? Stop 2. Picture a glass jar sitting on a shelf. Your jar holds one small piece of a shop. Not money. A piece of a shop. A real shop with a real door and a real bell above it. People push that door open every morning without thinking about it. It has bread on the shelves. It has people who walk in every day. Every single morning, somebody knocks and offers to buy your jar. The last price anybody paid becomes the number written on the shelf. Now here is the trick nobody explains. That number goes on every jar, every single one of them, even the jars that nobody sold. Grown-ups have a name for that. They call it a paper loss. A paper loss is a loss that only ever lives on paper. It turns real the moment you sell, not one single second before that. Until then, it is just a price. A price is not the same as a fact, just a price. But you have been picturing the wrong thing this entire time. Almost everybody pictures the same wrong thing here. You have been picturing a thief, somebody sneaking off with the money. There is no thief. Nobody carried anything out of the room. Look around the room. Every coin is still in it. Picture a door instead. One small wooden door. It is a small door. It has always been small. Now picture a room packed full of people and only that one door out. Everybody decides to leave at exactly the same second. All at once. The door never got smaller. The crowd in front of it got
Stop 3. This is the door where the sad part lives. It is the part nobody puts in the news. Some people cannot wait for a better day to come along. The waiting is the one thing they are not allowed to do.
They have to sell today. Not because they want to sell, because somebody else has told them that they must. Somebody with a letter and a date printed on it. A man who borrowed money gets a phone call first thing in the morning. Pay us back. Today, please. That is the whole call. No shouting, just a date and a very quiet voice. So he sells the very best shop that he owns. He has no choice. Not the broken shop, the good one with the queue outside it. Because good shops are the easiest ones to sell in a hurry. So the good shop falls too. And that shop did nothing wrong at all. It was only ever guilty of being easy to sell quickly. Being wanted was the only thing that hurt it. That is how a crash spreads down a whole street of shops. One person's deadline quietly becomes everybody else's price tag. His Tuesday becomes the number on your shelf. And here is the quiet part. In a normal year, the market still drops about 14% at some point. Most of those years still finish higher than they started. The dip is the normal part, not the strange part. The market is a very moody friend, and it has a very loud voice. So the money never vanished anywhere at all. It sat in the same pockets the whole time.
The loss was never real until somebody went and made it real. And the good shops tumbled down beside the bad ones. Falling together is what makes a crash look like magic, which leaves exactly one door still shut. The fourth one. Yours. Yours. The fourth door has your name on it. So what actually happens to your money in a market crash? Nothing happens to the money. The money does not move 1 inch. It sits in the same drawers. It sleeps in the same banks. Ownership moves instead. That is the part that travels. It walks quietly from the people who had to sell that day, straight over to the people who simply did not have to sell. That is the whole thing. That is the entire crash, start to finish. It is still Tuesday morning. The sun is up now. Your phone is still glowing red on the table. The same red on the same small screen. But now you know exactly what that red thing actually is. You can read it now. And it stops being frightening. It is an offer. It is not a bill. And it never was. Somebody out there is knocking, asking to buy your jar today. And nobody in the world can make you answer that door. The knocking stops on its own. Every single time. So what happens to your money when a whole bank falls over?